Good morning. I don't want to... So, I am headed... someone I know is having a baby, and she already has a little one. The most adorable, curly-haired little girl. And so, I am actually going to make something for the baby. And then for her other daughter. But it says, Joanne says I have to log in and have the app. I'm on my way. Enable location while using this app. Okay. Anyway, so we are headed to do that. And you know me, I'm like, babies, yes. So we are going to make a bunch of things, and then I need to eventually physically go to a store because I am going to need 2 stuffed animals. One for each one of the girls. And I'm gonna do where they have a little blanket that's gonna match their blanket. I don't know if it's like stitch for stitch match, or maybe like why can I not think? Or like color match. I haven't decided that yet. And so my hair is wild as usual. Who are we kidding? Excuse me. And so I'm gonna do the usual, the stuffy with a blanket. A little will be to carry around, and then maybe a full-sized one. I don't know. Or a car seat sized one. So our Dollar General is opening soon, and they're hiring. And looks like they finally finished it. And so can't wait for that to come. Actually, the first one I ever went into was while I was in Waldport, and it wasn't bad. I have to say I kind of liked it. There was some stuff I'm like, not worth it. But there was some stuff that weren't too bad of prices. But it's almost across the street, well, catty corner. What is it called? Dollar Plus or something. It's going down and under. But they've never had, like, of all the dollar places, they kind of have, well, it's $1.25 to begin with, but not all of their stuff is very good quality. And yes, what do you expect out of a dollar store? But when I go to the Dollar Tree, I get some really good quality stuff, like, surprisingly. And I'm always going to be a cheapskate. That is always going to win out. I need to figure some stuff out. I am fighting to get Anthony's second income on our loan. It just opens up a bigger bracket of the loan, which we could do it off of his one income, but it lessens our loan. And oddly enough, 4 houses in our price range came out. One of them that I wanted to look at was a 4-bedroom. It was a cash offer, and I was like, well, that sucks. And so it is what it is. There's nothing else you could do. But I was asking the real estate agent about it, and she was like, well, it's a cash offer, so that won't work for you, but you really don't want it. It was a hoarder's house. And I went, oh. And so I'm guessing because of the cash offer, there were issues with it in the fact that maybe it got damaged. And I know that can happen with some hoarders. The picture I saw at the outside, it's a beautiful house and looks very well kept. I don't know how old that picture on Google is, because I used Google Maps. The neighborhood looks nice. It isn't too far from where we live. I wish the one that we originally wanted, which was behind us, was available. But it is what it is. So I knew that semi was really brave. I would have hit it. Anyway, because I think it was a 4.2 for a potential of 5.2. I don't remember, but it's a nice looking house, but it's kind of going downhill, and we still don't know what happened with that house. Like, supposedly a vet owned it, and then so we know this part is true. Somehow the pastor ended up getting his claws into it, but the story is, what we were told is just a story. No one has confirmed it. No one knows the real truth. Is the pastor took him to Tri-Cities. They were supposed to be getting a chair, lift chair, for the neighbor across the street, and while there, supposedly he threatened the pastor, and the pastor had him arrested, which seems awful weird that he can abuse us, but if someone does it to him, he ain't having it. But whatever. So I don't know if that's true. I also heard that the guy went nutso and was ripping walls down and stuff. Nobody knows if this is anything but just people running their mouths. And it might be. Gossip tends to gain more followers than the truth. Because sometimes the truth isn't as dramatic and exciting. So, who knows? I just know that the pastor isn't such a good guy. And so it's not unbelievable, because some people have said nothing happened. He lied and got the guy arrested so he could gain access to the house. I just know that there was an issue at the house, and I watched the pastor walk in with the cops. So, I don't know. I can confirm that the pastor doesn't own the house. But it is what it is. So. Oh. My husband's going to kill me when he finds out about the yarn. I should have gone to the storage, and I have some in storage. I don't have the keys even on me. I'd have to run home to get them. And I'm kind of curious what's in storage and if there is anything that I can use. But so she showed me I think it was a boppy and a wrap that she had bought for the baby. This is my kid wondering where it went.
Connor, mobile.
Took him a while. Hello?
Hey, where'd you go?
Joanne's.
Oh, okay.
I just have to pick Joanne's. I have to pick up an order, and then I'm coming right home.
Okay.
I think I need to go to the storage, though.
Okay. Okay.
Love you, bye. Okay. Anyway, so so we need to go to the storage unit and see what I have out there. I have an order coming from Walmart, but it's not going to be delivered until noon, between noon and 1. And I meant to order the yarn yesterday, so it would be here first thing in the morning. But I kept going through back and forth between the concept of what she has already bought and kind of trying to match up colors. I'm gonna tell you, she had the prettiest wrap, and it's got flowers and like almost like a dark purple burgundy flower in it. And it might be just due to the picture being on my phone, but it is gorgeous. And it has this light blue. I fought to find a light blue. It was ridiculous. I was like, it shouldn't be this hard to find a light blue color. But I finally found it. And I'm hoping that it works. And I haven't decided if I'm going to do, I think the little like whoopies, I'm going to do chevron, and the big ones, I don't know what it is. I feel like I just sneezed. I like granny square, like just a giant granny square. And so we'll see. And I don't have anything pre-made. I've got a beautiful one in the storage somewhere. Oh, it is so pretty. Maybe one day I'll get it out and show you guys. But it's unfinished. It is rather large, like long ways. And so I kind of like to make ones that will go into the car seat too. But they live in California, so it's not too hot like right now. But I think she's halfway there. So poor thing has to go through summertime while being pregnant in California. She says it isn't too bad yet, but the last 4 days we were in the 80s, like creeping up, like I think 86 was the highest. Today we are a high of 63. So I don't know if she's having this up and down weather like we are or what. It's pretty like there were a couple of days I was like, I'm gonna need to close this window. Like I busted my butt Saturday and Sunday, and both of those days were the hottest days. And I'm like, I'm not gonna like, oh, I wonder if that's why. So Saturday I got up at 6 a.m. Sunday I slept in until whole 6:30. But I got up, had my cup of coffee, 10 ounces, nothing big, and then started busting my butt. Almost said something that sounded like I farted. Anyway, and so I got to working almost immediately. So by 6:30, 6:45, I was cleaning, like dead on, like bam, 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 just knocking stuff out. I was doing really good. Labeling containers, making sure containers still had what was supposed to be in them. And I'm like, I got this, I got this, I got this. And then when it started to warm up, I petered out. Like I could have taken a nap. I didn't want to do anything anymore. But then about 6 o'clock, I got a little more energy in me and knocked some stuff out. In the meantime, in between there, I did stuff like I had, ouch, Joni needed to go run and do some stuff, and so I drove her. She was like, I don't want to go alone. I was like, that's fine, I'll take you. It also, I didn't have enough energy to like clean, because I ended up doing like Oh, Anthony and I's loads. Because that's all we had. There was no other laundry. But, our new Taco Bell, I think, is almost done. Anyway, so, I was okay to drive, but I couldn't, there was no way I was gonna go scrub the floors or anything. Still haven't vacuumed. I don't have the desire to vacuum. Who are we kidding? It really messes with my shoulder too. But I was able to do that, but until 6 o'clock, I couldn't. Like, it was a force to be reckoned with. I was not feeling the cleaning thing. I was like, maybe I need like an energy drink. Drink it. Nothing. I was like, oh my gosh. And at one point I was like, I could take a nap. I felt that way yesterday too. And yesterday it was 83. And I was like, and it was towards the hottest part of the day. I was okay in the morning. I got up at 5:20ish because Anthony went to work and he wanted biscuits and gravy, and he's like, can you do that for me? And I was like, do I have a choice? You told people. So I was like, they're gonna have to warm up the biscuits, so I'm just letting you know. Excuse me. I was like, but I'll make the biscuits tonight, and in the morning I'll get up early. And I had to make 2 different gravies because he has I think there's 2 people, or maybe just 1. Anyway, they're vegetarian, and so I had to make 1 gravy one way, 1 gravy with sausage. Okay, so let's call it what it is. I had to make 1 gravy wrong and 1 good. They both tasted fine. I tasted it. It was fine. But like, I've got that southern woman in me. My family has always cooked like this. Your biscuits, it's got bacon grease and stuff. Didn't do it this time. I don't do it very often. But sometimes, like, I like to put like butter in the bottom of my pan and then put it in the oven while I finish up the biscuit dough, because I just do a rough dough. I'm not kneading out, I'm not stamping out. So I have taken to mixing it all by hand, don't measure anything, pat it into the thing, and then I'll use a butter knife to kind of score it out. And I feel like I'm yelling, sorry. Anyway, and so I'll do that, and then I'll bake it off, and you know, the butter soaks in. I don't, oh, it's green. I don't make these biscuits very often, but I'm gonna tell you, they're the only biscuits I can make. Every recipe that I have tried to follow, I can't. This is, it's like, I can't remember what it's called, butter soaked biscuits or something. I'd have to look it up and see what it's really called, but that's what it is like, you put a stick of butter in the bottom of the pan, you make the dough, you put it on it, it bakes and soaks into the biscuits, and it's amazing. I've never tried it with some bacon grease, but I am kind of curious to see what it's like. But I'm not opposed to putting it in my, you know, flour. Grandma did it, great grandma did it, and I've always watched them do it. And biscuits is one thing that, you know, I can make a escargot. Something else my family, well, one person in my family has made. Can't bring myself to make it. Can I make it? Yeah. I remember them going to my great grandma's and getting the smells. Ugh. Gross. Anyway, but So I had to make, and I made a roux and I browned it so it had that extra flavor. Put some butter in it, some love, some salt, some pepper. Just kept it really simple. And then the other one, I put bacon grease in the pan, got it screaming hot, put the raw sausage in it, browned it, left it for quite a bit so it would what am I thinking? So it got a char on it, crispiness. And so I did that. It says when flashing, but I'm still just gonna go 20. Anyway, and so I put a little bit of butter in that because I knew between the bacon grease and what little the sausage put off that it wouldn't brown or burn, because butter can burn real quickly. I like using brown butter in my chocolate chip cookies. Amazing. But it can turn real quick. So I did that, browned off the gravy. Anthony pulled off the pulled out the sausage. Sorry, gravy. Browned off the sausage. Anthony pulled it out. I mixed in a roux. I got it until it was really dark brown. I was like, if I don't do it, because there's that fine line in a roux where it will just go and it's done and you got burnt. And so I was like, okay, I got this, I can do this. And dumped flour, milk. I put a little bit of heavy cream in it, and then salt, pepper. Oh, I do a little squeeze of hot sauce in my gravies, so you get that little bit of, ooh, there's something else in here. And so then Anthony had me make hummus. So he takes the gravy, goes to work. Sorry, I went full bore in another direction. And so he did that, and then I made hummus. I made a bell pepper one, roasted bell pepper, and garlic. 2 different ones, sorry. Those weren't combined. And then I took him those, and that was before noon. So it started warming up. Well, I was in an air-conditioned car. Right now, there's no air conditioning on. It's 56. That was the car that turned left by me. Anyway, so I took it, got home. The house is not air conditioned. Windows are just open. And for the most part, it stays pretty cool. Actually gets kind of colder than outside. Outside will be warmer than the inside of the house. And then sometimes it's the opposite. But it's extreme. And so I get home and I was like, I need to eat something. And I'm on a bell pepper, cream cheese, everything bagel seasoning kick right now. And so I made that for lunch and sat down, and I was like, oh my god, I could take a nap. That hurt my chest. No, I don't. Skip. Oh. Hi.
Hey, did you want this in the front seat or in the...
Just toss it in the front seat.
You got it. There
Thank
you. Go. Thank you.
Okay. happy I got backups. So I was wondering why these were $1 something from 3 something. So 3 something should have stated that they were bigger. These are not very big. But I'm gonna tell you, Joann's is the most prompt one. My phone turned and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to go through the other way. They're cute though. Maybe that'll be for like the little Curie Woobies. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna go this way. No. I have a few hours until Walmart shows up. Sorry about the rant. I need to go home and pick up. Today's gonna be cooler. I'll probably still poop out. I don't understand why my body is just still not dealing with it. Ever since I got that staph infection, I do not handle weather change very well. Like, it makes me so sick. We won't talk about what I get, but just know there's 2 new drinks. My body don't like it. Anyway, I guess I should stop ranting, let you guys go, and I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll show you guys what I end up making for her girls. I have ideas in my head, but nothing concrete yet. So anyway, talk to you guys tomorrow. Love you. Stay safe. Bye.